do I take long breaks? Why? Why? Let's see, where am I? Did I take notes last time?
SZ8 säger, well,
That
well.
kind of scared me. SD! Hello! I wasn't expecting the well, wow. Hellos. What are we doing? Trying to figure out where the last point that I took notes was, so I can copy and paste.
Legion 18C säger, hi.
Hello, Legion Artom. Thea. That's your name. Yes. Wait. What do I have here in this? So I'm just trying to remember where I left off. Gosh. I think. Oh, no, yeah, I didn't get this. Okay. I have the thing with the remote control car, though. This is simple. I'm just sorry. I just have to copy and paste stuff into notes, that's all. But I just keep forgetting to do it whenever I'm done one of these problems. I think this is the one with the remote control car. No, it's the same one. This one, then. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna grab this. Out. I'm actually not even sure if this is helpful, but I feel like at some point I'll go back and look through my notes and try to, like, I don't know, mass review everything at once, but I'm probably gonna forget what everything is. So maybe it's not that helpful, but whatever. I wish I did this last time. I'll just take all of this. Okay. Resource lifetime. Oh, the Orm thing's coming back. I want to go learn about the using block with implementing an Orm system. Okay. Resource cleanup. Oh, this is linked. That's the iDisposable stuff. Uses the iDispose interface to signal that some object's resource or other program state needed to be released or reset when the object was no longer required. And that relying on the garbage collector would not achieve this or provide the required level of control, and that iDispose method was the natural place for such cleanup operations. The English that this is messed up. It's fine. There's another construct, the using block, that enables from the caller's perspective all the resource lifetime management to be gathered into a single statement. Okay. Using. Wait, is this a keyword? Because it's pink. What? In the above example, the file system resources associated with file will release back to the operating system when the using block is exited. Seems useful. For the pattern to work, the variable in the using statement must be a reference type that implements the iDisposable interface. In the using statement. Okay. That reference type that the user goes. N must release resources / reset program state in its dispose method. No, I think this is a keyword. What's C#8 introduces a refinement into the pattern. A using statement can be placed at the beginning of a block. Oh, you can just use store-wide cell. Is this the block? Or is this, oh wait, this is probably the block, the try? Is it a try block or a try catch block? I think the block just counts as the curly braces. Java developers may recognize this analog of the automatic resource management mechanism introduced in Java 7. Okay. We have ChatGPT. Please don't. Thanks. Okay, I don't know why that was highlighted. Okay, oh, okay. Why is... Hey, where are they at? Okay, do that. Block. Oh. Okay. Okay, you're back working on the ORM system. Introduce an object relational mapping. Our ORM usage analysis shows that 95% of transactions are executed from within one calling method. And it has been decided that it would be more appropriate to have a single ORM method that opens wrote and committed a transaction. The database has the following instance methods. Now pay attention, these are methods. Database.begin transaction starts a transaction on the database. Database.write data writes data to the database within the transaction. If it receives bad data, an exception will be thrown. An attempt to call this method without begin transaction having been called will cause an exception to be thrown. If successful, the internal state of the database will change to data written. Database.end transaction commits the transaction to the database. It may throw an exception if it can't close the transaction or if database.begin transaction had not been called. I'll call the database.dispose. We'll clean up the database if an exception is thrown during a transaction. This will change the state of the database to closed. Okay. Write to the database. Implement the orm.write method to begin a database transaction. Write the data passed with the data passed in and commit the transaction. All exceptions, including invalid operation exceptions, should be allowed to pass to the caller without logging or any other intervention. I'm not really sure what this means. I guess it just means it closes it or whatever. Or goes to database.expose and shouldn't actually throw an exception or something like that. Right? And write safely. Wow. Okay, I guess it's called begin transaction. Transaction. Database.write. Database.end transaction. And I guess to put everything in like a try catch. Database.dispose. No, keep this in case. Wait, what is this about? Resource lifetime? It's not like me given the corresponds to the required parameter data. What? Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah. Because the states, yeah. Yeah.
FXOSR0 säger sorry for interrupt, what IDE are you using?
I'm not using an IDE. I'm just using a website to practice so it's a browser it's a browser-based code editor that's they just use for this website that I'm using to solve these little problems to learn C# with. So yeah, nothing special. It's exorcism. But yeah, the answer is I'm not. Oh, what's wrong here? Let's see. I need to turn my screen brightness up. It's too difficult to.
FXOSR0 säger thank.
Oh, you're welcome. Hello. Um. Wait. Result values differ. Expected tuple. Close that right. Oh, they want the. They want the specific exception? Why does it matter? Okay. So I just put this in, I guess. And then can I put two things in here? I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to try. All exceptions, including invalid operation exceptions, should be allowed to pass to the caller without logging. What are the other kinds of exceptions? I don't know. Maybe that's the only type right now. I don't know if this will make it. If this will fix it or not. You know what? Maybe. Wait, did dispose take an No, I guess not. Oh, what? Wait, isn't this how you use the catch? Maybe not. Or like, what? I have to go like something like. Is this how you do it? No invalid operation exception thrown. Okay. So then maybe I can just like put it inside. Just dispose. It doesn't say I can do that though. Oh, maybe I have to throw it or something. Wait, what? I know I don't think I can. I don't think this takes anything. Wait, what? Wait, will this even run? Oh. Wait, how do I get the exception? Why is it not work? Why is it? Now I want to look at what I had previously. Where's that other orm problem? Oh, I didn't know it was this far back. What did I do for this? Oh, I didn't. No. Okay, then probably in this one. I did something. Wait, I did just write this in the catch block though. I didn't write exception in front. That is actually kind of confusing. Yeah, I didn't have to write. What? Why do I need to write this? But not here. Like, what? I don't understand why I need exception in the first place. Oh, because I think it's because I'm inheriting. Actually, maybe. Okay, exception. So state.close.
FXOSR0 säger How long ago did you start this?
Actually over a
FXOSR0
year
säger
ago.
Learning to code.
The problem is, like, I've been inconsistent with it. Like, I might go weeks without touching any code, like many weeks. If only I had actually. So the actual amount of time almost doesn't matter because I've just been dabbling and I haven't been consistent. But technically speaking, I started this over like well over a year ago, maybe at the most 2 years ago, and yeah, most of the progress I've made in this has just been probably the last few months, honestly, when I've been trying to make an effort to try to code more and get more serious about it and stop being lazy about it just because it's hard. It's like, oh, this is hard. I don't want to do it anymore. Bad habits. Hey, and back I will say this though, back when I started to learn to code, like
FXOSR0 säger Keep at it.
aw, thank you. So nice. Back when I started to learn to code, ChatGPT was just hitting the scene. Like it was at the beginning stages, kind of being like it wasn't super well known yet, and it wasn't very good at coding. I mean, it was like okay, but it kind of sucked. Now it's like real damn good. Like you can answer all kinds of questions. But early on, it used to hallucinate all the time, and it just wasn't the best at for this it wasn't like the best. That's all. And I didn't use it very much. And I had to go a lot onto like places like Stack Overflow, but you know they're not like the most friendly places. It's not the most friendly place to get your question answered as a beginner. So that was kind of rough. Yeah. Do you code? Epixozer? I'm not sure how to say your name, but I'll say that for now. Right. So I think I have to throw then. Like just I guess just to put it here. I'm not sure if I have to put it here or up here. But I think I have to throw. Oh wait, that's not how you use a keyword. Do you do it like this? Throw? New. No.
FXOSR0 säger "Yeah, did Jace HTML Python and some SQL in uni but it's been over a decade."
I see. Oh, that's cool. And just, I'm curious then, how did you find my stream? Are you actually browsing the like the software category? Oh, what's this? A new expression question argument list. What's Oh yeah, there's something wrong here. I don't know what it is though. Ooh.
FXOSR0 säger "Yeah, I was just looking at low views insättningstecken understreck understreck insättningstecken."
Oh, cool. Very cool. Are you starting to like learn to code, or are you trying to make something yourself? Or get into
FXOSR0
it?
säger "Thought have some support."
Aw. That's so nice of you. Oh my god, this is... I don't think this is gonna solve it, but I'm gonna try just putting it up here, because why not? No. Oops.
FXOSR0 säger "Just learning again so I can work for myself."
Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, that is honestly basically what I'm doing. It's just learning for myself. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna
FXOSR0 säger "I studied networks in school."
Oh, that's really cool.
FXOSR0 säger
Oh,
"More
hardware.
hardware side."
Okay. So like would you say like IT, for instance, like that? Was it like that kind of thing? Remember what my throw.
FXOSR0 säger "Yeah, it network systems."
Oh, that's cool. That's funny you mentioned that. I was talking about networks with a friend earlier today. I was basically just saying that, like, for someone who understands.
FXOSR0 säger "Tell doctor it can create and diagnose a server."
Oh, now that is cool. I'm not even kidding. I was saying earlier this morning or it could have been yesterday actually, to a friend. I'm like, someone who like has a good understanding of networks, I feel like their job prospects are really high, because I don't know, I just feel like it's such a useful skill to have. Like, you're wanted everywhere. Like, networking is just everything that we do with computers. And I say this because I have like a very poor understanding of it. Um, but it's really interesting to me, and yeah, I'd love to like learn more one day. Um,
FXOSR0 säger, CLI smyfav.
CLI, I feel like I've seen that acronym before. I don't recognize it. Maybe it stands for something like client. I'm not sure what to do here. A new expression requires an argument. Oh, I'm actually dumb. The constructor. Yeah, I just not using proper syntax because this is an object or what? Wait, no. I thought that would have solved it. Wait, right? No. I have to type. Aww. Okay, let's first try. Let's just get rid of the exception in front. Let's try different things. Oh, I really thought I had it there. I still think there needs to be. Maybe not. Is a variable to be used like a type? Oh my god. Okay, I think I have to do it. Damn it. What if I don't know why this would fix anything. Here, let me just comment this out since that's not working. What if I just did throw X, which is probably not gonna work either. Nothing's working. I hate it here. Yeah.
FXOSR0 säger, har du 100% self-taught?
More, yeah, basically. A long time ago, I once took a class. It was like a really basic one, like a like a 101, and it was with Java, and that was a long time ago. I don't really remember anything of that, so yes. But I also can't say completely yes because when there's people around that I can ask questions to, I do ask people for help or ask people to explain things to me. I guess it just depends on how you want to define self-taught. If it's like only using the internet by myself, then no. But if it's just like doing stuff like this and then being able to ask questions when people are around, then yeah. Yes. Then I am. What is wrong with my exception?
FXOSR0 säger, you haven't paid for any education from an institute is what they mean.
Yeah, I would say no, because the class, well, I paid for that class. The class that I took, it didn't really make an impact on like anything I'm doing right now. Because I really just, I didn't really apply myself or learn from that.
FXOSR0 säger, online courses are okay but I think there is hops of free content out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's definitely, according to what other people say, there's definitely enough content out there for anyone to teach themselves everything they need to know. It just might be inconvenient to gather all those pieces together yourself. But yeah, there's so many good resources.
FXOSR0 säger, it's just applying it.
The hardest part, like the biggest benefit I think you get out of a class is that there's someone there to like oversee what you're doing and make you do the work, basically. You don't have to make yourself do it. Yeah. So structure. Because it provides structure so that you don't have to provide it for yourself, but yeah. Just something. Is this. This is an Hold on. Since this runs, this is an exception. This isn't an exception. So I should be able to throw it. This is also exception. Throw new. Blah 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 blah. I mean, I don't think it's expecting any argument. Or, I don't know. I don't think that's how that works. No invalid operation exception threat. Okay. It is closed. It is bad right. That's what we want. I just have to throw the exception. I'm pretty sure that's what they're looking for me to do. And it's not, the exception is not throwing. Maybe I need a new keyword. Actually. Wait, no, the new keyword's in this one. Heh. Throw new. Oh, wait. Probably, I just need to match this one. Probably don't need the exception in front of it. I don't know why, though. Like, why do I have to give it a type name here and I don't have to give it a type name here? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, no, maybe not. No new. Okay, let's try getting rid of the parentheses. Okay, I hate it here. Hmm. Let me think about it. Throw exception. Alright. Hmm. What if its name is not thrown? What if its name is just exception? Throw new. Probably don't need this exception thing because they're not using it here. Oh, I don't know. I'm really trying every single combination that I can to just get it. No, this is its name. It's even up here. Oh god, wait, what? Why did this work? It worked though, but like, I don't understand why.
FXOSR0 säger, read carefully.
Really? What? I shouldn't fully understand how exceptions work. So these are not the same thing. They don't have the same name, so I guess once it throws it, it creates this object. Like, this is just the name of the method. Well, I don't know. This is like the name of the method or something for the exception. I'm like trying to rationalize what's happening. And I might be like technically wrong with what I'm saying, but I thought the object of like the exception object was called invalid operation exception, but it seems like its real name is invalid operation exception thrown. But to get it to throw, you have to call it like this, which is like weird and not what I was expecting to happen. But I think that's what's happening because like what other can't think of it. I can't think of
FXOSer 0 säger, I think you just called the method.
Yeah, but it's technically like not a method. Well, it is a method, but it's like an object, I think, because it's new keyword. But this is the method is the constructor of the object, I think, and then it's throwing it. But then I don't know. There's some exceptions are special. I know that. Like they interrupt the flow of the normal flow of the code to do exception black magic stuff, I guess. But okay. Exception. So then this is type exception, so what type is this? Like okay, well I solved task 1. So I think I might just take this code here and then just throw it into ChatGPT and ask questions about it now. Cuz let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Okay, here's code. Let's understand. Exceptions are and oh, what? Oh. Okay. Okay, I was but writing.
FXOSer 0 säger, side note, have you tried Claude I? Seems everyone using it stock's gone up hops.
Yeah, I'm using ChatGPT just because I could access the you know, premium. I haven't really tried Claude, but it seems like Claude is actually like the best for coding. And if I was able to like use premium from that, I probably would use that over ChatGPT. But yeah, ChatGPT does a good job, especially for just maybe not for like coding entire apps. I don't know, but it does a good job when you ask it. questions to as a beginner.
FXOSR0 säger, how much is GEP Premium?
Depends on what subscription you're on with it. They have different plans, so it just depends. But what I do like about ChatGPT is they have some plans that basically more or less just kind of give you unlimited access. Though in theory Claude does the same. Not really, but Claude's limits are so high that it would be very hard to max your limits with it. So that's what another programmer told me. They said they use Claude all the time. Like they're on like one of Claude's premium subscriptions, and like they run it for like 12 hours at a time, having it do coding work for them, and they still haven't hit the limits, or they've been told like, oh, you have to stop using it now, you've used it too much. So Claude can be really, really good, according to what they told me. Yes.
FXOSR0 säger, Evolvent Mind Coding My Own ILM.
Yeah. That would be cool. Apparently the tricky part is the hardware for the training, more so than the coding. It's like the hardware seems to be the bottleneck, since it takes long, especially if you want to train it yourself. Though apparently there are cloud services that you can get now to do this for people who, don't want to buy a NASA computer.
säger, yeah, we got to sell our kidney to buy the parts.
Yeah, many kidneys. No, you're gonna have to kidnap many, many people and get a lot of kidneys. Yes. I was gonna call this. Exception. Okay. Many questions for it. First, here's the important line.
FXOSR0 säger, nice prompt.
Dang, it's a really long one where I ask multiple questions. One thing I do like is if I give it something like this, which is a little bit confusing, I ask multiple questions, it's a little bit loose. is like ChatGPT and probably the other AIs too. Is like if I give this to a human, I asked like 3 different questions in here, so what will often happen is, and it's a little confusing, is like maybe they'll answer 1 or 2 of my questions, but they might forget to answer one of mine. But AI, no matter if I ask like 10 questions in a big ass paragraph, AI always answers every single one. So that it's kind of convenient that I can just ask it disorganized questions and get answers for all of them.
FXOSR0 säger, he always ask Gep to keep asking me questions so we can give more info.
Yeah. I like that these days it's pretty good at asking questions back. I don't actually have to prompt it to do that anymore. Where it'll ask really good questions like, "Do you understand this?" And I'm like, "Oh, wait, actually no, I don't." Um the variable name. Just let me catch any exception stored in a variable called Oh, is that what it's doing? Oh, it's arbitrary. Okay.
FXOSR0 säger, yeah, is crazy, I love it.
You could rename it and nothing would change. Yeah, yeah, AI is so good. I also learned languages, and oh my god, for someone who like enjoys learning languages and finds it hard to talk to people and is shy, like AI is incredible. I love AI. Like maybe the downside is it's eliminating a lot it lower level work and
FXOSR0 säger, the
hurting the
only
job
issue
pool.
is the amount of water it takes to cool down
But
the
the
hardware.
trade-offs are so good. Just saying, like the fact that you have like an instant tutor in your pocket who can help you with anything. You can ask it any question, no matter how embarrassing, and it will just give you an objective answer and not, you know, lower your self-esteem to rock bottom for asking such a stupid question. It's fantastic. Yeah, the water. We don't talk about that. Yeah. AI might be good for the brain, but it's not good for the environment at all. Let's see. Variable name, exceptions. This is exception banana. Let's see. Every invalid exception. That's why the catch works. Wow, okay. Okay, well if that's true, then what's happening in this catch? This one there is no type of exception, just overflow. That's a little confusing. I'm gonna ask it that too because it's a little confusing. Create a new exception object. Throw it. Is the type. Oh, wait, actually.
FXOSR0 säger, throw
Oh
is a
no.
constructor.
Oh wait, yeah, actually wait, this is how constructors are called anyway. It wouldn't be like an object name. I should know that. I think. I don't know. Yeah, throw is a constructor. Oh no. The invalid operation exception is a well, this is a constructor, but a constructor in an object like a constructor is just a method that's attached to an object. So it's also the object. So it's creating an object because this method is inside of the object. Every single object in C# has a constructor. Even if you don't make a constructor, it has a hidden constructor. So this is how you create. You always create an object by calling a constructor. It's just like how the language works, I guess. It's weird, but yeah. I'm pretty sure that's right. I think. Create a new... Okay. Foreign is not a type, it's just the name of the variable. Okay, I understand. Why didn't you type? Actually, differ the type. This is the type. Yeah, okay.
FX0 säger, that's OP then right.
What's a little slightly confusing is like this is the type, but it's also a type exception. So can you have types that are type? Because that's true. This is a type. The object is a type, but the object can be a type of another type. Yeah. Oh, what is this?
FX0 säger, box in a box.
Yeah. Boxes and boxes and boxes. Just a catch exception. What is this? Throw refers to the original exception instead of creating a new one. Really? Oh. Oh, I didn't know you could do this either. That's actually cool. Alright, now time to ask it questions. Right. So... Okay. As you mentioned when calling its constructor. Because I actually think, yeah, I'm pretty sure the answer is yes here, but I'm just double checking because why not? Second thing I want to ask is, you also said in it is taking any exception, storing it in something. But what about in this piece of, I always spell piece wrong, piece of sample code? Take this.
Gambox360 säger, have you looked
Thanks,
into
Neverfall.
inheritance? I think this is the missing link to your struggles not understanding
Yeah, I
the
was
type.
figuring that that's the case. It's probably just inheriting from... But I'm just verifying it to be sure. Like, invalid operation exception is probably just inheriting from exception, so I guess that... I mean, technically that makes it a type in itself, but it's inheriting from the thing, so you could cast it back into an exception, right? I think. But I'm just making sure, right? I think that's what's happening. I'm just double checking, because, you know, gotta check those basics, make sure I have the basic fundamentals of understanding down. This question I'm less sure about, though. The second question I'm asking it. Oh, crap. I wasn't done. I wasn't done! I edit. Okay. No, let's do it here. It just says... And how I thought it works would only catch Whoa, these might be different. Maybe it's like it has to do with like an what are those called? An overload. Maybe these are functioning differently because of an overload. I'm not sure. Uh Are these two catches? Huh. Yeah, I hope this question is comprehensible enough for the AI to answer. Yeah, but it's about inheritance, like I thought. Wait, why is it showing? Why is it making it seem like overflow exception inherits from invalid operation exception? Is that true? Hmm. Not that it matters, not that I need to know this, but I'm just like curious if that's if it if it's supposed to flow like this. Okay. Exception something. This means catch any exception stored in a variable called something. This means only catch overflow exception. Oh, okay. I'm fine with that. Yeah, okay, so there's two different ways you can use a catch, which I did not know. Okay. But I don't need the exception object. You know, I'm happy with this. Catch overflow. No. Stored in X. Oh! Oh, wait, no, it's not. They're just, it just has to do with their exceptions. So you can specify, like, what exception you want in a variable. You don't have to store it. No, I think, yeah. What's this say? This is the appropriate catch. Okay. I don't think I have to read the rest. Let me just see. Uh, just curious if you are implying here that is inheriting from. Maybe you just mean. What the? Hmm. Okay, found this. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. I'm just out of curiosity, I just want to move this just to see if it works here. Because I'm curious if it works in this order. It doesn't. Yeah. I thought it mattered because I think this will interrupt. Will stop, you know. This is basically an interruption. So it shouldn't dispose afterwards. It just the exception and then it stops, the code stops running. Cool. Um yeah, I'm satisfied by this. What's next? Oh, there's only 2 tasks. Write to the database and return an indication of whether the write was successful to the caller. It has been a few months since orm.write was introduced, and there is division in the team. Many developers would like the orm to handle errors when exceptions are thrown, and simply return an indication of success to the caller. Please implement the orm.write safely method to begin a database transaction. Write the data passed in and commit the transaction as above. It should return true if the write was successful, otherwise false. Do not attempt to log the exception. I need to say the same thing here about not logging it. Without logging or any other intervention. Yeah. So try catches again. Wait, am I even using the thing they taught me here with the... This is about using, and I haven't used using at all. Am I solving these in an unattended way? I'm not sure. I think maybe I was supposed to, like, maybe I'm supposed to use this, but I'm not using it because maybe I have to think about it. Can I use? There's no reason. Oh my god, I feel like I'm supposed to be using a using statement. Should I try? Maybe. Like, why would they even introduce this concept? I mean, they didn't specifically say use a using statement either. So I'm just kind of solving it the way I want to. I mean, they straight up are giving me the dispose thing. Oh, I have a dispose here. I don't know. Okay, if I solve this, it might be worth looking at the other solutions people submitted to this to see if anyone is using a using statement, maybe? See what they did. I think. Should I try catch again? Catch. just solve it. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. That was easy. But I didn't use using.
Gunbox 360 säger, I'm no C-sharp expert but I think using is the more correct way of interacting with AI disposable. It will basically call dispose automatically when the scope clues, meaning you can't forget it, especially when control flow is unclear, say when AI exception occurred.
So you're saying I can rewrite this with using? Because if you think I can, I really should. Like, for the sake of learning, like, that's the point of this exercise seems to be teaching you to use using. I didn't use using once. I just did what I wanted to do instead. So if that's the case, I'll try rewriting this section of code with using, if you think I can. I've never used using before. Well, hey, that's why I'm trying to, like, learn.
Gunbox 360
okay,
säger,
I'll give it a try.
Sure, go for it.
Cool. Are you a coder, Gambox? Seems like it. I guess C Sharp's not your main language, but if you do have a a main language or languages that you like,
Gunbox
what are they?
360 säger, only hobby.
Oh, cool. Okay, I just try rewriting it then.
Gunbox 360 säger, mostly C++.
Oh, cool. The language. I heard one of my viewers who likes C++, that's what they refer to it as, is the language, like capital L, you know. The language, you know. Yes, penultimate. I just said, like, you know, like
Gunbox
3 times.
360 säger, haha.
I kind of agree. It really is the language. If you could just be a master of one of them, I mean, just for the sake of how useful it is, I would pick C++ over C Sharp, because I could just learn C Sharp later. Like, I'm learning C Sharp right now. And then if I could get C++ for free, I think that's a great deal. C++ is just so powerful and useful. Yeah.
Gunbox 360 säger, I mean, our language is just a tool. You pick the one Marcus sans for the project.
Yeah, it's true. But C++, it's like the perfect balance of low and high level. If you're wanting, especially if you're wanting to work with, like, legacy code and stuff too, you want a good mixture of, like, modern mixed in with older things. You know. Yeah. And then most things just compile to C++
Legion
anyway,
18
right?
säger, normally, you should use using instead of manually calling dispose. However, here, you're not the owner of the database object, it's an object given to you by another
really?
class.
Wait, I need to
Therefore,
understand this.
you
Normally,
should
you
think
should.
carefully about calling dispose either manually or with using. Taras Masepa säger, vinkande
It's
hand.
an object given to you. Yeah, it is an object given to me by something else. Wait, are you trying to say that I shouldn't be calling dispose on it? Or with using? Oh, you're saying I should be careful with both because it's not mine? So I can rewrite this with using, and I'm guessing I should because I think that was the point of the exercise. So I did solve it, but I'm gonna rewrite it with using because I think that's what I was supposed to do, and I didn't because I didn't want to. But now I realize the errors of my ways. Let me make a comment about it though.
Legion 18C säger, disposing an
This is the
indisposable object
solution.
that's used elsewhere could cause issues if it's also
Without
used elsewhere.
using Using, wow. Just calling. My first solution, without using the using keyword, just calling, suppose. I guess I could call it, because its name is iDisposable, right? That's where it's coming from that interface. I spelled it wrong. iDisposables. Dispose. Okay. I think that's fine. Oop. Oh, wait. Cut, paste all this out. Okay, so I think I just I get rid of dispose and I just write using. Oh wait, if it was this simple, then I should have just, right? Is that what I do? Using, or I can use the second thing.
Legion 18C
Using
säger
database?
you're wrong.
No? No? Oh. Disposing is not how I do this? Why? I don't understand that.
Legion 18C säger no. I don't think using should be used here. Actually, if you use using in the right method, it would be dispose the database object at the end. In turn, that would cause an error in the commit
damn, really?
method.
But isn't it not going to dispose of the thing? It's just going to do the method, and it's going to just do the dispose method automatically? In turn, that would cause an error in the commit. Well, I guess I'll just try and see what happens. Because if it just... Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. No, that didn't work. But now I'm kind of confused why I can't use using, though. The whole point of this was to teach using anyway, it seems like, which is silly. If you're not even supposed to use using, it's like, why introduce
Legion 18C säger that's a compiler error.
Oh. Do I have to create a variable to use using? Another variable? I can't just say using. This is the variable's already
Legion
database.
18C säger look at the error.
Identifier. Wow, is this talking about type? I don't know what identifier is. I think that might. I think that's maybe what they're talking about.
Legion 18C säger I guess.
Okay. Okay, I guess I have to do it
Legion
like this.
18C säger I don't normally use using like this.
Oh. Well, you like using
Legion
things.
18C säger using database DB är lika med database.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I do have to make a new variable with an identifier and put the other variable in. I thought I could just use... This is already a variable, so I thought I could just use this by itself, but I guess not. Because maybe that's just not how using works. Like, using is a keyword after all, to do it the way they want you to do it. You know, I don't think I had to do it like this. I think I could have just... I can clean up this code. I mean, clean up the notes a little more by just going like this. But just, I could just comment this out. And then just write my little notes here. No, but no. Let's keep the using. This is what it's supposed to be. I'm gonna comment out the dispose part instead. Yeah. Or whatever. Oh. Because then it just, makes it cleaner. That's something instead.
Gumbox 360 säger, I'm not sure if the course is making you use using in this specific way, but it seems you're trying to learn to separate concepts at the same time, exceptions and using.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to learn as much as... Sometimes, like, the instruction isn't particularly good. They give you, like, little hints in a way of how to solve it, but they don't explain what they're giving to you. Hence, ChatGPT. Well, I'm making a lot of use out of that right now. They definitely want to, for sure, though, they definitely want to encourage you to look things up yourself. That much is clear. I like this resource. It's made by volunteers, so all of this is like open source and it's really cool. And I really like this resource, but I wouldn't recommend it for people who don't know nothing about coding, because I feel like people who might try using this would just end up giving up because it's hard. And they make you look up a lot of things, and they assume you know certain things when they haven't taught you yet. This happens a lot. Some of the exercises are extremely hard when they shouldn't be, and others are super easy, like ridiculously easy. So the difficulty is kind of all over the place because all of these problems have been contributed by volunteers, but I still really like it a lot. Yeah, and I like that. I mean, they give you a tree. Isn't that lovely? So you get some structure. Let's see.
Gumbox 360 säger, easy, part of the fun is also to just try things out. Don't get me wrong, I'm not dissing the resource. Legion 18C säger, so, it says all test cases passed here, but I'm gonna disagree. You did a bad here. The DB is now always disposed after the right method is called, but that means you can no longer use it in any other method calls. Often something like our right method is also called multiple times, but now, since you disposed the DB, you can only call it once. This exercise should actually account for that, and tell you give you an error for doing it.
But that's the point. It's like it's supposed to just I don't know. Maybe it would be silly
Gumbox
to do this in real
360
life.
säger, haha you did
But they are saying they want you to dispose of it, and they want it to close the transaction, and then make it like disappear, and that's what I'm doing. I don't know.
Legion 18
it seems silly, but like that's literally like what they're implying anyway. I don't think
in case of an exception, though, for clean code, I'd still argue that's bad code in a real project.
Oh, in a real project, yeah. Oh, yeah, you liked what I had better with because it makes sense if there's an exception to get rid of it, but because there's no exception and it was a clean write, like why are you doing that? Is basically what you're saying.
Legion 18C säger, yes, you're doing what the test exercise is telling you to do.
It's just a stupid
think it's
test.
the exercise is wrong.
Yeah, you're saying they could have came up with a better use case that matches real life better. Like this is kind of silly to have you do this in this way, because this isn't what you would do in a real project anyway. Just try things out. Oh yeah. Oh, they definitely encourage you just trying things out. Yeah. I will say, it's this resource has been rough for
Legion
me working
18C
through.
säger, I also think it teaches bad code. Gumbox
I also think it
360
teaches
säger,
bad code,
damn you
lol.
exercise.
Well, at least I have to say they're not trying to teach good code. They make it clear it's just trying to teach concepts. And then I guess you're supposed to learn how to write good code later by yourself. Let me say. Give you an error. Blah blah blah. What was it? Oh yeah. So yeah, this site has been like difficult. Well, in a good way. I want to say in a positive way too, because it's been like difficult for me because I'm the kind of person that I like structure and I like it when my hand is held. I don't like having to look things up. I don't like having to try things until it works. But damn, this site makes you do this. Like it does not really hold your hand much. But that's important for programming because programming is mostly that anyway. So it's kind of been like it's been hard to get into because I don't know, someone who likes this kind of thing, maybe they could finish going through all these learning exercises in like a month. You know, using like other resources like ChatGPT, maybe getting a book on programming. They could probably do this in like a month, even without knowing any coding stuff. I've been on this for over a year, technically speaking, with lots of gaps in between, because this, it feels overwhelming, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to. I'm tired. Don't want to keep working on this. So that's the downside. But it's also been teaching me to learn to stick with stuff that's hard, and that's also an important skill too. So that's positive side. Like sometimes you just have to get over it. As in, you might be suffering, but you just have to keep suffering. I guess is what you could say.
Gumbox 360 säger, the longer it takes generally means you're just learning more. If it was super easy, you would not be learning much.
This is true, unfortunately. Right, learning isn't always like a fun process. Like just like exercising, you feel the burn, you feel the learn. Unfortunately.
Gumbox 360 säger, it takes time.
Yeah, and time. Time, consistency, suffering. All that jazz. Oh. Give me a second. Cool. Oh, I forgot to, and then just run the tests. Haha. Oops. Yep. Submit. Oh wait, you know what? Let me. Did I delete that? Oh yeah, I did. Alright, so let's see if I deleted the not implemented exception because that doesn't need to be there anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna take this, and put it in my notes. This is what I do at the end of it, solving every problem. I don't need that. I'm also gonna grab. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Do I need this one? No. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this code too. This is for that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I have not noticed the time. Alright, I'm gonna head off and eat dinner and everything. I might be on later though. But yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks for helping me and encouraging me and everything. It was fun. Alright. Okay, see you next time.